The view high above our broadcast location tonight, the Staples Center in Los Angeles. Greetings and best wishes for a happy holiday season from all of us at 2K Sports as we get set for this NBA presentation. Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and a pair of Hall of Famers with us, Doris Burke and David Aldridge. D.A., take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. Last season, James Harden moved past Larry Bird on the career points list. Harden said, passing one of the greatest ever is a great honor. I just got to continue to build because at the end of the day, I want my name to be mentioned with those greats. Well, it already is. Guys?
I agree, David. Every word of it. Absolutely. Thank you. And taking a broader look here at the year-over-year scoring trend for James Harden.
And maybe it's shocking, maybe not too shocking, but the scoring trend over the last few years has been going down a bit. I'm sure it's something he's well aware of, and we'll see if that continues to be the case.
Here are the starters for Brooklyn. The small and power forwards are Harris and Durant. Harden out there with Kyrie Irving. And it's Claxton in at the pivot spot manning the middle. And for the Clippers, post tandem for him, Morris and Zubac. The perimeter filled up by Leonard and George. And it's Jackson in at the point guard. Two very athletic teams here, Greg. A game that's sure to produce a lot of highlights.
It makes me think of Stacey Augmon, one of the greatest athletes I ever played alongside.
He'll be the Nets off the tip. Irving against Leonard. Goes up on the wing. That's no good. Misses his first shot of the night. Brooklyn Nets come into this one after a win against Los Angeles. There's Jackson with the three. Brooklyn with the rebound. This, their first look at this year's Los Angeles squad.
And remember, they won both games in this matchup last year. No small feat.
These two teams could easily end up meeting to decide the NBA championship. Tonight could be a preview of something with more on the line down the road.
And the first of many to come. Explosive offensive talent on both sides.
And that's the story of the league right now. Most any team can beat any other team on any given night.
Now here's Jackson. Coming in off a 21-point game his last outing. And out of bounds as Brooklyn gains possession. Brooklyn with the ball. Passes it to Claxton. And out of bounds as the Clippers gain possession. First quarter, just over a minute played. Now Jackson. Guarded by KD. Back to Jackson. Three-pointer. Jackson can't get that one to fall. Outside Irving. So first quarter just over a minute and a half in. They double-team KD. Back to Irving. That's good, and it's KD with the assist.
No defense right there for that shot from Irving. Released so quick, especially off the pass.
Guys, they're looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Now here's Leonard. And you know the points will always be there for him. He's averaging just a shade under 20 points a game right now.
Nothing going right on the offensive end. 0 for 4 from the field.
George looking over the floor. If you're just tuning in, we've played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. 6 on the shot clock. And that one drops.
I'll tell you, you have to take pride in finishing through contact. You get the sense Marcus Morris relishes that chance.
And Doris, we know that Paul George has always been a solid passer, but his assist numbers have been trending up.
Yeah, he's been willing of late to take on more playmaking responsibilities. The skill set was there. It's just early in his career, they needed him to be the lead scorer. Now you're talking about a guy you've got to game plan against as a scorer and as a passer.
Here's Jackson. After the made shot from KD. Tries it from the top of the key, and it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. And it's Harden with the ball for Brooklyn. Inside, stolen. Up top, Leonard. He's covered by Irving. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for two.
Marcus Morris has proven that he can be effective in any system in the NBA. Understands his role as a stretch forward.
Doris, you look at Marcus Morris, a very solid 3 and D type of forward.
That's exactly right, because think about it, Morris, early in his career, there was a reluctance to shoot the range shot. He was more mid-range guy. But credit him for putting in the work. Now Marcus is a deadly three-point shooter, and he brings a size and physicality on the defensive end.
First one falls for him. That one drops. He ties it up. Here is Harden. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. He kicks it to Durant. 13 feet away. It's good. The assist that time from Harden.
80% from the field to start, playing with a ton of confidence.
George against Harris. Goes up from the top of the key, and he overshot that one, missing. The Nets have gone 4 of 5 from the field so far. Irving passes to Harris. Jackson against Harden. And the jam by Harden.
Taking it all the way. Harden with the flush there.
Clippers trail by 4. Jackson passes to George. Got a piece of it. Here's KD, and he uses the glass on the layup. And it's 8 points for KD.
Man, he is working them over on the inside. I'll tell you this, Kevin Durant every year gets more comfortable with the physicality of defenders. Incredible.
Guarded by Harris. Shot clock at 5. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot here. Leonard. And again, it's the Clippers missing.
Listen, he knows he should have made that shot. We'll see if they can work it back to him in that same area.
And while his ability to score gets so much attention, Harden demonstrating why he's also regarded as an elite level passer.
And the Clippers decide to take their first time out here. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Nuggets.
A game they definitely felt they could win, and with a break here or there, they probably could have.
You know what? The stats certainly looked good, but the fact of the matter is they couldn't deliver in the clutch moments, and that's something you've got to figure out moving forward.
And we've watched a pretty interesting season unfolding in the Western Conference, guys. Let's check out the standings here. You look at the Clippers. They're 4th in the conference and looking to make a move the latter part of the season.
You know, for Los Angeles, they've stayed right there just in sniffing distance of the conference leaders. That's a solid accomplishment at this stage of the season.
Yeah, even so, though, I'm sure they're not satisfied just being near the top of the standings. They're going to be looking to make a major push as the season winds down. Well, you love the activity out there. What a play. This guy is busy on the offensive end.
Tries to the hoop, and the rejection by Zubac. And that one goes out of bounds. It's touched by Zubac. And now let's revisit that exceptional mobile one block.
And that block might serve as a spark for this team. We'll see if it can ignite them.
Serge Ibaka checked in for Zubac.
Serge Ibaka.
Here is Harden. He picked up 15 points in their last win against the Lakers in Los Angeles.
And equally spent as much energy on his D. I mean, 4 steals kind of tell the story.
Here's George. James Harden picking up that last basket. Here's Jackson. The shot is good. It's his second bucket in 5 tries.
Don't you love it when you've got a small forward who can pass the basketball just like Paul George did there? Makes it look easy.
Harden dishes to Durant. And he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
And that's how you do it, guys. Ball pressure and then get some runouts.
Now here's Durant. He's guarded closely. That one off the back iron and out. And so it's Leonard with it. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. It's a 5-point game. Leonard draws the double. And out of bounds as Brooklyn gains possession.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
And Los Angeles with some changes. Nicholas Batum. He's checked in for Marcus Morris. Eric Bledsoe is subbed in for Jackson. And a switch here for Brooklyn. Mann's checked in for Joe Harris. Now here's Durant. Boy, he was something else against the Lakers. Out to the right wing. Harden outside. Nets passing it around. Irving against Ibaka. And the Nets miss again.
Boy, what a job defensively. You couldn't play that any better.
KD against Batum. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Nets leading by 3. Harden with it. He's been a nice option for them offensively, and he's averaging more than 17 points a game. KD on the wing. Irving for 3. That's in, coming off the assist from KD. Irving's got 5 points so far.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Bledsoe taking his time here. Feed away. Gets that one to fall after missing his first 2. 1 for 3 from the field.
Well, efficiency from the mid-range has always been a part of Kawhi Leonard's game.
Harden the pass to Claxton. Harden against Bledsoe. There's the triple. Harden, no good. Clippers trail by 4. And it's Bledsoe off the drive. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And I like that they're not settling. Getting the ball on the interior. 8 of their last 10 coming that way.
Here is Harden. To the paint. Here's Mann. No good that time. The Clippers go the other way with it. And here's George. He nails it. And we're tied up. George has got his second basket.
How about the dribble drive ability of Paul George? The quick handles for a guy his size.
Here's Mann. Defended by Ibaka. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
This is his first free throw of the game.
Terrence Mann at the line for two.
And he makes the first. Kennard, he's checked in for the Clippers. Carter comes in for Leonard. And a new group in for the Nets. Griffin's checked in for Nicholas Claxton. Johnson comes in for Kevin Durant. Brown, he's checked in for Kyrie Irving. And it's Mills in for James Harden. That one falls, so he hits both of them. Los Angeles has gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. Pass to Batum. Brown against Bledsoe. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
Well, he'll take on all comers. Bledsoe loves to challenge the defense on the interior.
The pass to Mann. Here he goes. Hangs in midair and converts on the double clutch layup. And the Nets lead by 2. Now here's Bledsoe. 17 points for him last game against Denver.
Well, in addition to the scoring, he found ways to initiate contact from the defense and get himself to the line. The defense clearly frustrated trying to get a way to stop him.
Clock at 4. And with the rebound.
Boy, 9 times out of 10, that's going in. I'm sure he surprised himself with the miss.
Brown inside the line. And the shot no good, a bit short. The Clippers shooting has been tremendous early. Their offense looking primed and ready for this matchup. Brooklyn's gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. And a guy like Nick Batum, all but written off, he went through a rebirth after joining the successful Clippers.
Right, you think about Nick Batum, he had to deal with so many injuries. You forget how complete a player he is when healthy. He showed just how important he can be for an elite team.
So it's the Clippers now. After the basket by Brooklyn. Carter outside. The shot by Bledsoe. Nobody around. Nailed from three-point land. And it's Mills with the ball for the Nets. Pass to Mann. 46 seconds left to play here in the first. That's good, and he's now 3 for 4 from the field.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Kennard kicks to Bledsoe. Got it for his 4th field goal of the game on just 5 shots.
Boy, he's heating up fast coming out of the gate. 4 out of 5 from the field.
3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Mills passes to Griffin. Dishes to Brown. Back to Griffin. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
And the strength from the big man. Griffin just refusing to quit and muscling it in.
At the line for the Nets.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
Shooting
72% at the line this season. He has yet to set himself apart in that department.
And Griffin no good on that one.
And there are only a handful of players who can create excitement just by being on the floor. And Griffin is one of them.
And he makes that one.
And offensively right now, each team getting what it wants.
Yeah, this is already a high-scoring game, but we knew that was a possibility coming into this one.
And so it's Kevin Durant making headlines and highlights for the Brooklyn Nets. He comes away with 11 points in the quarter and is showing no signs of fatigue. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. And plenty of scoring on this team, but Kyrie Irving knows he's always got the green light.
Coach just wants me to be aggressive, you know, to set the tone early in the game, and you know that kind of sets up all my teammates and sets the standard for the rest of the game and how I want the game to go.
Agreed. And for an NBA defense, few more scary, Greg, than Kyrie Irving with his foot on the gas.
Yeah, because he doesn't just score on you. When he gets in that mode, Irving can make you look silly.
And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for Brooklyn?
You've got to like the consistency with which they're hitting that mid-range jumper.
Well, something else they've done a good job of tonight is penetrating and getting points right at the rim.
On the court right now, second quarter starting for the Nets. We've got Johnson, Brown out there with Mills. Then there's Griffin, and it's Bembry in its small forward. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Thank you, Kevin. Kawhi Leonard keeps it simple. He says, I'm trying to be the best player I can be. I'm happy with what I've done in my career, and I'm just going to keep on from there. It's not about being famous. It's about playing basketball and having fun on the floor. Well, he is famous, Kevin, and he remains focused at the court.
Agreed, David. It has served him well. Thank you.
This is a high-octane guy who plays with a little bit of a mean streak. Bledsoe converts right through the foul, plus earns a trip to the line.
And guys, what do you think about the hustle stats here for the Clippers?
And it's been about their defense. They're playing with a frenetic pace, putting a lot of pressure on the ball handlers and forcing turnovers.
Yeah, and I think the other thing that's helped them early tonight are the points they've gotten off turnovers.
And Bledsoe, no good on that one. And competition is at the root of all sports. Certainly, sometimes, you know, things get chippy. And as a player, Greg, how do you handle that aspect when emotions and physicality get going?
Kevin, you're always taught to control your emotions, but easier said than done. And in reality, sometimes you have to man up. You have to let it be known that you're not going to accept things, and at the same time, you got to be smart. So the goal is to beat the other team, not literally.
Johnson with the block. It's Brown on the wing, defended by Batum. Mills, that's a two-pointer. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. And there's the foul. It'll go on Bruce Brown. That is his first foul of the game. For the Clippers, Marcus Morris comes in for Nicholas Batum. And it's Jackson in for Eric Bledsoe.
Reggie Jackson.
And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. Carter looking around. Shot clock at 6. From past the arc. Doesn't go for him. And Brooklyn will now go the other way with it. Here's Bembry. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. Jackson, that's a two-pointer. Los Angeles with another miss. Last outing for the Nets. They won that game against the Lakers in Los Angeles. Here's Griffin. Passes to Bembry. To the wing right side. Now here's Mills. Guarded by Jackson. They now take the lead. Mills has got 4 points now in the quarter.
Easy little jumper for him right there, guys.
Pass to Zubac. To the inside. Draws contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
This is where the frame of Morris allows him to absorb that contact and push right through it.
This will be his third free throw shot of the game. Joe Harris is checked in for Brooklyn.
The line for LA, Marcus Morris Sr. One shot.
One shot.
Brooklyn trailing. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. The pass to Bembry. Over Carter. Bembry misses. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Jackson finds Kennard. Hits the three-point bomb.
And they've done a great job knocking down those long-range shots here in the second, shooting just over 40% from downtown.
It's Brown with the drive. Now on the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
Well, everyone's seeking those high percentage looks in the restricted area. Nicely done there.
Pass to Carter. Outside Jackson. Carter outside. Passes it to Zubac. Just 5 on the clock. The rebound by the Nets. Up top, Griffin. Zubac defending. Harris outside. Off target from three-point range. For Los Angeles, they've gone 4 of 8 so far here in the second quarter. Pass to Kennard. Brown against Jackson. Carter outside. No good from outside. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for Brooklyn. Trailing by 2. Here's Bembry. Makes it off the glass.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
Jackson against Brown. Carter right side. Some solid defense from Brown. For Brooklyn, they've gone 5 of 8 from the floor here in the second quarter. Over 60% shooting.
And for a player with Blake Griffin's physical makeup, it was a big adjustment when he had to deal with injury issues. He's really had to reshape his body and his game. Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
Jackson against Brown. And there's the foul. It'll go on Bruce Brown. That'll be his second foul of the game. And one thing about Griffin and the injuries, Greg, that he went through, he did everything he could to get his body back to where it needed to be.
And he didn't care what it was, yoga, weights, conditioning, you name it, because he knows how important it is to be able to elevate. And Griffin needs to be explosive, and he'll work 24/7 to make sure he is.
Down low. Here's Harris. And it's sent back by George.
How about the timing from Paul George on that rejection? Twice on the pipes.
The Nets have gone 6 of 10 from the floor here in the second quarter. Intercepted. Outside Leonard. And the pass to Jackson. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. The dish to Leonard. Over Harden. And the Clippers miss again. The Nets with the lead. Pass to Harris. George with the defensive effort. Los Angeles has gone 2 of 4 from three-point range so far in the second quarter. And it's Durant with the rebound. And good. Got the English that time as it falls. KD's got 13 points.
Well, Kevin Durant can just hurt you in so many different ways. He's almost unguardable when he's pulling that jump shot.
And the Clippers call time here. And the great thing about Durant, he gives you a lot of everything.
Yeah, it goes way beyond being versatile. This guy is a great shooter, an elite historical scorer, rebounder, passer, shot blocker, one of the most complete players in the history of the game.
Brooklyn making a change here. Man's checked in. Outside Jackson. To stop the run. Doesn't get it to drop for him. And Brooklyn will now go the other way with it. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Their last game a win against the Lakers, looking to carry it into this one.
Yeah, they were able to maintain focus in a hostile environment, and that led to taking shots that made sense.
Well, I'm sure they're still enjoying that one. You love going into a tough building, tough place to play, and shooting the lights out. Nothing like silencing the crowd.
Now here's Leonard. He's coming off a 22-point game against Denver.
Well, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
Durant up top. Past a man. Action coming off the assist from KD. KD's got 3 assists now in this one. Los Angeles calls timeout.
I find it really interesting to talk to KD about his origins. Says every memory he had growing up involved basketball. Skip prom and stuff like that. He was just focused on the game.
For the Clippers, Nicholas Batum. He's checked in for Marcus Morris. And Eric Bledsoe subbed in for Jackson. Clippers trail by 6. And Durant grew up in a tough environment. We all know that. Basketball, Greg, was the only way out.
As it has been for so many NBA players, you feel bad for guys with great talent who get derailed along the way. It takes so much hard work and discipline and luck just to have a chance at making it.
And here's Harden after Paul George getting his 3 to go. Deft touch on the alley-oop.
Kevin Durant on a prototypical KD roll. My man is going.
Pass to Batum. Now here's George. That's tipped, and he's able to get it back.
Well, Paul George is a difficult defensive assignment precisely for this reason. He's going to force you into contact.
And we all know what George brings offensively, but it's his ability as a defender that stands out. Great instincts to make plays on that end of the floor.
2 shots.
That free throw good from George.
Well, Paul George smack dab in the middle of the prime of his career, and maybe underestimated is his drive to win.
And George drops them both.
Just solid. Really one of the very best there is at the free throw line.
Outside Irving. And the foul call on Kawhi Leonard. That's his first foul.
His first personal foul. First team foul.
Harden against Bledsoe. From deep.
I love to see Serge Ibaka when he's locked in on the defensive end. Boy, he'll make you think twice as an offensive player.
Leonard against Irving. Batum passes to Leonard. 6 to shoot. Kicks it to George. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over.
Brooklyn basketball.
Nets leading by 3. And there's the pass to Mann. KD against Batum.
2 minutes remain in the first half.
Outside Durant. And it's Eric Bledsoe with the rebound. The Clippers shooting just 29% in the second quarter. The offense is suffering. Takes the 13-footer. A shot by Batum, no good. And it's Irving with the ball for Brooklyn. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Mann gets the bucket.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
The Clippers shooting at 46%, making some buckets. George dishes to Batum. Pass to Ibaka. The 3 from George. That's good, and it's his 4th basket of the game. He's a strong 4 for 6.
They're having more success from three-point range here in the second after a rough first quarter from deep.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, mid-range jumpers are something of a lost art these days. They're still practiced by superstars like Kawhi Leonard. Coach Ty Lue said, why not work on the shots that teams are giving up? Down the stretch, mid-range shots win games. Playoffs, too. If you shoot it at a high clip, it's just as good as a 3 for me. Guys?
And they do shoot it at a good clip, and they rely on it quite a bit. David, thank you. Mills is checked in for Irving.
Patrick Mills.
Brooklyn leading by 4. Passes it to Claxton. KD on the wing. And that one goes long.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
And they should, because it's when you start turning down that kind of look that your offense can start to bog down a bit.
6-second difference between shot and game clock. Harden kicks to Mills. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. Harden's got 5 assists tonight.
Great finish. What a setup. Terrific ball movement there.
George passes to Bledsoe. And good that time. Bledsoe's got 4 points in the quarter.
What incredible upper body strength. Bledsoe able to finish through punishing blows.
And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Nets lead by 5. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much. Here with Coach Ty Lue. Coach, how do you get control of this game in the second half?
I think we just got to do a better job rebounding the basketball and taking care of the basketball. We had some shots that we normally make, we didn't. We just got to get back in transition.
Building that wall will help you, Coach. I know. Thanks. Back to you guys.
All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3. And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. What a game we're seeing from Kevin Durant.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
And one of the things every player is after is efficiency at the offensive end. And boy, this young guy has done just that.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. Taking a look at Los Angeles. Post tandem for him, Morris and Zubac. The perimeter filled up by Leonard and George. And it's Jackson in at the point. Here's George following the bucket by the Nets. Outside Leonard. Leonard draws the double. Outside for Jackson. Three-pointer. James Harden with the rebound.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
For the 3. Let's keep it alive.
There it is, guys. One of those effort plays that makes a big difference in the game.
And GA, it is definitely making a difference so far today.
No doubt. On the scoreboard, in the body language of the players, you can tell which team is in complete command.
Now, here is Harden. Kawhi Leonard unable to get his shot to go. A nice shot by Irving.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
George passes to Zubats. Over Claxton. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. And Harris wide open. He shoots. That's good. And a nice assist from Durant. Harris has got the lead up to 14 now for Brooklyn. George passes to Leonard. Shot to stop the run. He takes it up and lays it in.
Their first basket in 4 tries. Let's see if that basket gets them going. It can be contagious now.
Outside Irving. It doesn't go for him. The Clippers go the other way with it. Pass to Zubats. On the wing, Jackson. From deep three-point range. Rebounded by the Nets. Harden's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
I'll tell you, no matter what he does, he can't find his rhythm, and you get the sense he's starting to press a little bit.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Now, here's George. 12 points for him. Driving the lane. It's blocked.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
KD finds Harden. And Harden with the stuff.
Boy, what wonderful vision. Kevin Durant with a picture-perfect pass. Woo-hoo.
George with the ball. And it's Harden picking him up. Back to George. James Harden with the rebound. Harden's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. The shot's good from Irving.
This guy is cooking right now. He is leading them on the offensive end as they remain in front here.
Kicks it to George. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way. George has got 14.
Boy, this guy has been terrific. The rest of the team, however, struggling.
There's the pass to Durant. From the stripe. Stolen by Zubats. To the middle. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a 3-point play.
Well, this is the area of the floor where Marcus Morris can be a problem because of that frame in that game. Look out, gentlemen.
Hey, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for Brooklyn?
They've been penetrating with a certain amount of ease, guys. Just as much in this half as the first.
They've gotten out on the break over and over tonight as well. A lot of baskets coming in transition.
Kennard, he's checked in for the Clippers. Carter comes in for Leonard. And Greg, the league's in a great place for talent. So many incredible players just entering their primes. You excited where the league is right now headed?
Oh, my goodness, Kevin. Guys like Devin Booker, Luka Doncic, Donovan Mitchell. I mean, the list goes on and on. And a lot of these youngsters carrying their teams to great heights. Impressive to watch.
Clippers trail by 16. Now Jackson. They've been leaning on him for a decent chunk of their offense. He's averaging over 15 points a game.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive. Well, overall, they're the team getting the better looks here in this second half.
And I think what's happening is they're getting their shots within the flow of their offense, and you can clearly see the difference.
Johnson, and they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
One shot.
And Johnson, no good on that one.
When I think of Ivica Zubac, I think about solid big man who is still young and developing. It's really a matter of him gaining confidence at this point.
Now here is Carter. He averages about 5 points a game. Can they get it? And the layup is good. Carter's got his second basket of the night. Goal for Zubac is to be a starter in the league.
You know, this guy has started games in the past. He's also played well off the bench. And listen, he's not going to be a guy who shoots with range, but given everything else you need from a center, he can deliver.
It's the Nets now. The Clippers getting the bucket. Irving from long range. Reggie Jackson with the rebound.
Well, he had one three-pointer in the first half, but so far in the second, he's come up with goose eggs.
Good on the bucket. Jackson's got 6.
And with the defender draped all over him, Jackson has that strength to fight through the contact.
Here's Irving following the score by Reggie Jackson. Here's Harris. Battles through traffic and lays it in. 10 points for him.
And he's starting to show that killer instinct this quarter, looking to extend the lead.
Outside Jackson. Carter outside. Pass to Zubac. And it goes down 2 points.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
Irving passes to Johnson. Brown outside. Harris inside the line. And off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him.
Wow, he is lighting it up here in the second half.
Los Angeles calls timeout. And a fortunate turn of events for Brown last year. Doris, he was traded from one of the worst teams to one of the best.
And what I respect is how scrappy, how hard playing, how defensive minded a guard this guy is. But he's also willing to fit perfectly around stars. He finds a way to do all the dirty work and make himself a factor.
All right, look who's coming onto the court. Come on, get loud for your Clippers Spirit. Fans, your Clippers Spirit.
A different look for the Clippers. Serge Ibaka has checked in for Zubac. Batum comes in for Marcus Morris. And Eric Bledsoe subbed in for Carter. The Nets also changing it up. Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Griffin. Mann comes in for James Johnson. And it's Mills in for Kyrie Irving. And that was a great replay we just saw of our Mobile One block.
And this is how you protect and grow a lead, by making a huge effort on that end of the floor.
Brooklyn leading by 18. Brown with it. And right now he's averaging about 7 points a game. Passes to Mills. The shot's good. Brown making the play.
The assist goes to
Mills has got 9.
Brown.
For Los Angeles, they've gone at a pretty good shooting pace. They're 6 of 13 from the field here in the third. Here's Jackson. It's hauled in by Claxton.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And the rejection by Ibaka.
Boy, still a dependable shot blocker. That is what got Serge Ibaka playing time at the beginning of his career. Nice.
I mean, that's a tough break for the D. I mean, he took the hit and drew the whistle.
And here is Ibaka. Bledsoe outside. Tries from 10. Count that as his 7th field goal in 9 tries. He's shooting 78%.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash-mouth physical basketball, guys.
Now here's Brown. Harris looking it over. 5 to shoot. And there's the feed to Mills. And the shot goes in. Mills has got 4 points this quarter.
And 10 of their last 12 coming off assists.
Jackson dishes to Batum. Brown against Bledsoe. Pass to Kennard. Launches it. The offensive rebound. Goes up again, and it's blocked. Brown the pass to Harris. Back to Brown. Now here's Mills. He's got 11. The pass to Mann. Takes a 3. Basket is good. The assist from Harris. Mann's got 15.
We so often identify Joe Harris as strictly a shooter, but this guy, he is a tremendous passer as well.
Jackson passes to Kennard. To the inside, and Ibaka slams it in.
Well, he's such a good athlete for a center. It's how he's able to succeed despite being one of the smallest 5s in the NBA.
Mills passes to Mann. Tipped away. It's stolen by Ibaka. Here is Bledsoe. He's got 15. Pass to Kennard. Lets the 3 fly. Good on the triple. Kennard's got his 2nd bucket of the game to go.
Eric Bledsoe's court vision is probably underrated. What a pretty pass.
2 minutes.
Out to Harris. Pass to Brown. The Nets working the ball around now. Clock at 6. Up top Mills. Guarded by Bledsoe. They get it back. Claxton. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
That's his first personal
That's
foul.
on Reggie Jackson.
Yeah, just nice strength there, and then just off with the shot.
The Nets have split their free throws right down the middle so far. They're 2 for 2.
Shooting 2.
That one is off. George is checked in for the Clippers. Kawhi Leonard comes in for Reggie Jackson. Durant's checked in for Brooklyn. James Harden comes in for Bruce Brown. And he misses the 2nd one as well, so he is 0 for 2 that time. Clippers trail by 18. Inside. Here's George. Good, and Bledsoe gets the assist. 16 points for Paul George.
What great body control from the all-star forward. Paul George, so skilled at keeping his composure under pressure.
High post, KD. Ibaka on him. Kicks it out to Harden. For 3. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Ibaka's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. And Bledsoe has it in the corner. Trying to get open is Ibaka. Shot's good by Bledsoe. Bledsoe's got 17.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
KD against George. Durant down low. And he banks in the layup. Durant's got 21 in the game.
Well, he's so effective close to the rim because Kevin Durant has the size, he has the feel, and he knows he can score at will.
Bledsoe finds Ibaka. And here's George for 3. Rebounded by the Nets. Harden's got 6 rebounds here tonight.
Well, 2 long-range bombs in the first, but that's stalled out right now.
And it's blocked by Ibaka. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Nets will retain possession.
Coming onto the floor for the Nets.
There's 10 seconds left in the third. Scooped up. Here's Claxton. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
To me, this has simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
And so it's Brooklyn with an 18-point lead as the quarter comes to a close. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And let's take a listen now to Coach Tyronn Lue.
Be okay. Just one basket at a time, all right? Keep playing. Keep getting shots. That's all right. They block a couple shots of the basket. Just keep going, all right? We all right. It ain't going to come back in one possession. Got to keep playing, all right?
Imploring his guys to stay positive, not to get down on themselves.
Kevin, he wants his guys to just slow down a bit out there. Good message from Coach Lue.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first three quarters. On the court for the Nets, getting the fourth quarter going. Durant is out there with Denver. Then it's Mills. Then it's Harden. And it's Claxton in at the 5, home in the paint. It's George on the wing. He dishes it to Leonard. Leonard draws the double. Shot clock at 3. And that one's good. George.
His first triple of the second half. That makes 3 for the game.
Now here's Mills. Guarded by Bledsoe. Now Mills. And it's blocked by Ibaka. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Ibaka. Irving's checked in for the Nets.
Kyrie Irving.
About a minute played here in the fourth quarter. 5 on the clock. Mills. No good off the front iron. And here's George. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. It's an 18-point game. Durant feeling it out a bit. Lobbed up there for KD. Up high to stop the alley-oop.
Boy, you cannot let Kevin Durant have that much room to take off. This guy is tremendous as an alley-oop finisher.
And George kicks to Ibaka. Dishes it to Bledsoe. Back to Ibaka. He blocks it again.
A defensive stalwart so far. That's 6 blocks.
Greg protecting the rim. Love the hustle. And it's Durant, that time on the assist by Mills. Mills has got 3 assists now in this one. And the NBA dress code introduced back in 2005. Now, player attire straying a bit from business casual. Does that bother you, Greg?
You know, it doesn't bother me because that's where we are as a society. But, man, I can tell you, when I first came in the league, you get fined if you didn't wear dress socks with your suit. So we have come a long way in terms of the evolution of fashion. And you know what? I'm not one for stopping progress.
Yep, that one goes. Durant's got 27.
Getting it done on both ends, and it shows up in the score.
Well, what I love is the energy they're bringing right now. They're ignoring the scoreboard and playing hard.
And it's good for 2. And that's 21 points for George.
Now, Paul George is a phenomenal catch-and-shoot guy. Measures the shot before receiving the pass. It's hard to guard.
Outside Durant. Back to Irving. Shoots a fader. The rebound by Ibaka. For Los Angeles, they've gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. Bledsoe. Harden with the defensive effort. Nets leading by 22. Irving with the ball. It's Ibaka picking him up. Offline from the top of the key.
I'll tell you, it has not been this guy's best night, but the teammates have been there to pick up the slack. Love it.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Yeah, Bledsoe with the kind of strength and wingspan that can cause trouble inside. Draws the foul there.
At the line for L.A., Eric Bledsoe. Free throw. 2 shots.
2 shots.
That free throw, no good.
And with Eric Bledsoe, to me, when he's playing with confidence and when he's playing under control, this guy is a big-time difference maker.
And the Clippers making a change here. Zubats is checked in. Joe Harris is checked in for the Nets. That one is no good. Nets leading by 22. To the paint. Claxton with the bucket.
I'll tell you this, Kevin Durant is an underrated passer, and he has really shown a new level where that's concerned.
Harden against Bledsoe. A rebound by the Nets.
I'll tell you, most of the time this guy's going to finish that, but that was tremendous defense that prohibits him from completing the play.
And Harden is more than just a scorer. He's also got some sensational handles and passing instincts. Loves connecting with his teammates.
George, that's a 2-pointer. And the shot falls short this time. Brooklyn with the ball. They're on a 14-5 run. Harden's shot is good.
And certainly they are not hesitating, letting it fly from deep here in the second half.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Outside, George. And Greg, with recent legal results, more opportunities now for compensation for college athletes. Do you like it?
I do. I mean, there's enough money going around. I don't have a problem with the athletes getting a share, especially with the amount of time and effort and energy they have to commit. Let's take care of the guys. Let them enjoy the collegiate experience. And a key part, Doris, of Harden's game lately, his rebounding.
Right, because his ability to rake and take, get out in transition, make great decisions on the fly, it puts so much pressure on the defense.
Shooting 2.
And he can't get the first one.
And really an incredible playmaker his entire career. Harden has taken that up a notch, and he now often looks for his teammates first.
And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. The Nets also changing it up. Griffin's checked in for Nicholas Claxton. Johnson comes in for Harris. And Thomas subbed in for Irving. Good on the second free throw. And huge assist totals for Harden, which is also a reflection, Greg, of the talent around him.
And he's played with some of the best finishers in the game throughout his career. What changed starting last year was his mindset, making him all that much more difficult to defend.
And the Nets making a change here. Brown's checked in. Sharp, the pass to Batum. Here's Sharp, defended by Griffin. Basket counts.
Well, defensively, to me, you've got to do a better job communicating once the screen comes.
Carter against Brown. Over to the left wing. Outside Thomas. And he drives in. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
His first personal foul. Second team foul. At the line for the Nets, Cameron Thomas at the line for 2.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That's good from Thomas. Justice Winslow, he's checked in for Kevin Durant. And both free throws good for Thomas. The Clippers shooting here about 46% for the game. Carter with it. Going inside. Lays it up off the glass. And it's Thomas with the ball. He brings it up for the Nets. He kicks to Griffin. Now the dish to Brown. Griffin inside. He's guarded by Johnson. Griffin's shot is off. And for the Clippers, they're shooting a pedestrian 36% in the fourth quarter. Offense not doing their best work of late. There's the call on James Johnson. That's his first foul. And back in the day, Greg, Allen Iverson got criticized for devaluing practice. Now we've got healthy players sitting out of games. Has load management gone too far, you think?
Not a practice, but a game. We got guys missing games, Kevin. There's no doubt about it. But honestly, I'm really all for load management in this regard. If I owned a team and I had to invest $200 million in a player, I want to do everything I can to prolong my investment. And the reality is we've got our stars playing at unprecedented lifts at higher levels later in their careers. So I'm all for doing what we can to prolong the careers of our very best players.
And here's Carter. He takes it in. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. And here's the fast break. Winslow's leading the way. And Griffin scores. The assist by Winslow.
It was all about his athleticism when Griffin first came into the league, but it didn't take long to see he was about a lot more than that. He's got serious skills down low.
Hartenstein passes to Carter. Into the lane. And that one is good from Hartenstein.
You have to have the vision to find the open man. Beautiful pass.
Thomas surveying the D. Now here's Winslow. D right on him. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
And that's an example of playing big, adapting to the situation.
Well, major height disadvantage. He recognizes that and still able to score it.
One shot.
That's good from Winslow. We're seeing a lot of top high school players opting for the G League over college now, Greg. What's your advice to top young players on their path to the NBA?
And well, Kevin, I think you just answered it. It's their path. And I don't think the same path is right for everybody. There are going to be a lot of talented young men and women who want to go to college for the experience, you know, for the environment. For the networking, right? You're going to make some of the best friends you'll ever have on a college campus. Having said that, though, some kids aren't in the college, aren't in the school. They want to just go and pursue their passion and their craft. And that's why I think the G League and the developmental leagues that are out there are so good for these young players.
Cameron Thomas, 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first free throw is good. Kyrie Irving, he's checked in for Brooklyn. And both free throws good for Thomas. And here are the Clippers now. Carter outside. And Greg, a lot of new head coaches stepping into this season. How does a first-year coach come in and win over a locker room?
I mean, Kevin, that's a great question. And I think there's a combination of confidence and humility that one has to have. And I think, believe it or not, the most important trait, you got to be consistent. Your message cannot waver. It cannot fluctuate. That's one way that you will lose a locker room.
Here is Carter. Outside, Batum. Shoots over Winslow. A shot by Batum, no good. And so it's Irving with it, bringing it up for the Nets. Outside, Thomas. Johnson kicks to Winslow. Pass to Irving. This one for three. Good, and the nice assist from Winslow.
Well, that's his second three of the game. One in the first half, one here.
Carter against Irving. Carter outside. Now the pass to Johnson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And out of bounds as the Nets gain possession. Luke Kennard, he's checked in for the Clippers.
Luke Kennard.
Brooklyn's gotten off to a great start from three-point range in the final quarter. They're a perfect 3 of 3. Irving surveying the floor. Driving in. A baseline J. Again, the Nets for 2.
The evolution of Kyrie Irving's game continues. Magnificent with the jumper.
Pass to Hartenstein. Johnson outside. 1:46 left in the fourth. Outside Irving, down low. Here's Griffin. It's not going to go for him. The Clippers go the other way with it. Carter outside. Passes it to Kennard. The dynamic, Greg, between players and officials is always interesting. There's some players saying they think there's a lot of room for improvement. What do you think?
Well, we do see players getting teed up for simply making their case, and really the guys just want to play. So, yeah, you love to see a little bit more harmony out on the floor, and maybe we need to get those two groups together in the offseason to break bread and try to smooth over that relationship.
Irving's shot is good.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Nets.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And so taking a look at their record, a nice milestone they'll be picking up tonight. 30 wins on the year now.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of 2 that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone. And what a huge standout performance it was
for KD.
No doubt he came to play tonight. This guy has been aggressive and effective.
The Nets making a switch here. Brown's checked in. Carter hits them both. Now here's Brown. Outside Thomas. Pass to Griffin. That's in there. Thomas with the assist.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
Yeah, playing with great energy and great effort. And as a coach, you'd love to see this from your team every single night.
Kennard, the pass to Johnson. Back to Kennard. A three-pointer is right on target. Here's Griffin. And guys, they can just sit on the ball here if they want to.
They have earned this win.
And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
And now let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline for our player of the game. David, take it away.
Thanks, guys. James, you had it going. How confident were you all offensively?
I'm just trying to do whatever it takes to win. Like, honestly, if I got to score a lot of points tonight, teammates were making shots, they were playing hard. It was a great team effort. Whatever the team needs me to do, I'm willing to do.
Everyone was clicking tonight, man, and it showed. Thanks. Back to you guys.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time.